That was good, y'all. Just I appreciate y'all for taking the time, watch the video and everything. I want you to vibe with me real quick on this shit that I wanna pretty much title expansion and contraction. Understanding the Godhood in you. Now, now before I get started, you know what I'm saying? Look, I'm gonna be munching on. I'm gonna be munching on some stuff during the video. This right here happens to be this vegan cookie. Just came in the mail today from the sister Khadijah. She owns this vegan bakery thing in South Florida. Not South Florida. Fairview area. It's called Vegan Vibes. You know what I'm saying her business is coming up now. It's been coming up. I remember trying the stuff last year at this historical black college, FAMU. I'm saying it was this thing there. You know, she had her stand, tried some. Man, shit good. And I had been procrastinating on getting the order of her stuff. And you know the shipment came quick. She got stuff like ginger snap, which is what I'm munching on now. Peanut butter, chocolate cookies, muffins, banana coconut cookies. I mean, all kinds of things as far as bakeries are concerned. And it's hidden. Trust me. So, I'm saying, I don't know, rewind the video, put it on pause, whatever. Know what this is, Vegan Vibes. VYBZ, Vibes. It's all vegan too, so tastes real good. So definitely gotta support. So keeping up with the topic of the video, expansions and contraction. Now, for you to like fully understand yourself, you gotta understand like just what this thing that we call the circle of life is. You know what I'm saying? People, I mean, they don't even call it the square of life. They call it the circle of life for a reason. There's a reason why that resonates with your mind. You know what I'm saying? It took, people saw Lion King, and that was talked about in that movie. But I mean, for the people to develop that, I mean, they've already known that that's like it's almost an innate feeling for the soul to pick up on the circle of life. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk about life as far as squares are or any other shape is other than it being a circle. Now, why is that? The circle represents wholeness, the entirety of things, fullness. And it also represents a life pulsating. And with anything that pulsates, you know that, I mean, it goes out and in. And that is something that nature does. I mean, just it's instinctual, and it's something that you do, and it's something that the universe does. Now, first of all, like, what is expanding? What is contracting? Expanding, I mean, just for those who don't know, it's going out. It's seeking. It's experiences, taking on new things. It's getting lighter, less dense, to an extent. It's taking up more a spatial space and all that shit. That's expansion. Contraction is coming back, folding in, thickening, tightening, closing in on itself. and that's what the universe does in general, expanding and contracting. Now, the reason why you are that universe, you are the Most High, you are what someone call God. I'm saying someone said that you are a fragment of that, but being a fragment of that, even you then now experience the expansion and contracting of things. Your own vessel, your body, uh, your heart. It's a charge, and for a charge to work, it has to have something to pulsate on, and that's what your heart is, your heart chakra. It sends the blood, charges, all that shit out to the body, and once the blood reaches to the end of the veins, where else does it go? It goes back to the heart. Everything always comes back to wholeness, and the blood keeps on. I mean, the heart keeps on repeating the cycle again and again. And as it does that, I mean, you will understand that you yourself, on an emotional level as well, the ways that you receive affect the ways that you give, and the ways that you've been given affect the ways that you receive. So, I mean, let that shit marinate in your mind for a while. All that pertains to your own ways of expanding and contracting your own knowledge, your understanding and understanding, all that shit, all them stands. And then calm down and contract and meditate and allow yourself to then, as you meditate, expand on yourself. Because as you expand on yourself, you then go back to yourself when you're finished with the meditation and gotta deal with all this other shit. As you come back to yourself, now you gotta give up all this other energy because of the things that you sign up for, jobs, relationships, certain friends, shit you put yourself in a predicament in. And until you're able to fully change that, you have to then reanalyze not just what is being received, but also how you interpret it as well. Because how you interpret certain things affect shit. People interpret some of the most what some would call the most deranged shit to be normal, while we interpret some of this the shit that we call normal. A lot of people look outside of that and be like, man, them people weird. Shit, people saying, hey, this nigga on this video wearing a goddamn bandana, that nigga weird. Somebody always got something to say. But I mean that's fuck it. That's just the ways of the world. Somebody always has something to say because somebody always needs something to interact with. And for those to interact, at first they deal with their lower nature, with their contraction, with all the shit that they come back with. Unfortunately, the shit that they have come back with hasn't been much. So their expansion, their pulsation, is either young, it's immature, or I mean, it's probably other so-called spirits fucking with them, stealing their energy or whatever, and having them remaining down here, being stuck, and always understanding somebody else's shit, but not the power of themselves. But anyway, expansion and contraction, like I said, that deals with you. That deals with your ability to come back to yourself and give off to yourself. What is the universe doing? They say it's always expanding, and as it grows, so do you. That electrical charge now is a stretching out is reach. You know what I'm saying? All that is you. You are the universe, a being within a being, some would say. And this body that you're in, it gets off charge, blood, emotions, and you receive that shit all day. And that's how that's how the brain or the mind pretty much interprets and deals with of all of the different shit day in and day out of what you experience until you die. Until the body dies. And what you like now dealing with, alright. What everything that I give is also things that I receive. You not gotta say that. Just break down what contraction is to every other thing and giving an expansion. Contractions with the woman giving birth. Her vaginal walls, they're strengthening, tightening, getting ready to now give birth, an expansion to another fragment of the universe, another child, and that child now has an experience of contraction and expansion, giving and receiving. And the first thing that child does is receive their first breath coming out. You know what I'm saying? They don't give off, like they don't exhale, like if shit. Imagine you exhaling wrongly. You know what I'm saying? You goddamn choked to death. But what do people tell you when you going through stress, when you start taking, like when you have a coughing fit and all that shit? They say, what they say? They say take a breath. You know what I'm saying? Just breathe deep. They don't say breathe out deep. Then breathing out, that's expansion, and you ain't ready for all that shit just yet. You need to come back into yourself and breathe in deep. Calm your ass down and receive the help that you're trying to that your body needs to pretty much recover. So I mean that's what contraction deals with. I mean, like on a body level, and on a environment level, shit, depending on what the seasons are and how the environment is pretty much taken care of, whether it be by people, the weather, and the animals, livestock, the waters. Depending on how that's raining over all the land, that will determine how the outcome of that shit will be, and what it can then produce after the winter of after the season of winter, summer. You know what I'm saying, the solstices and all that. The winter is like is like the planet breathing out. When you breathe, when you exhale, your air is what? It's cold. And the spring has you breathing back in. It's newness, it's aroma, it's I mean, just all the newness of it. When you breathe out for the summertime, when the earth breathes out for the summertime, you know what I'm saying, hurricane season begins, with it getting hotter. Yeah, I know I said with winter you breathe out cold air, but when it's controlled, like you want to like blow your hot breath on other people, or you had that had motherfuckers do that to you in middle school. Like, man, get your hot breath ass off me. So I mean, that's the people either ain't taking care of themselves, they breathing way too deep. But I mean that's what represents that the planet breathing out for the summertime now, for the summer solstice, and breathing back in for the autumn. You are now receiving all the shit that didn't happen with your hot breath ass, not brushing your teeth or taking care of your shit. Or you're receiving the idea that alright, shit's getting more tempered. Shit, things been pretty much fried. My mind or the environment, the planet or whatever. So now it's time to pretty much fix myself. So when you fix yourself, you know what I'm saying, that's when you then go into your cold season. You just pretty much let go. That's when your cold air comes. You just pretty much let go. That's a sigh. That's it can be relief too. But well, that's the planet dealing with expansion and contraction. It's as far as exhaling and inhaling, which is what you do too. Is the oils, the waters are pretty much like the blood of the planet. The planet has a vortex. You do too. The galaxy has a vortex. The galaxy is following another galaxy, another larger galaxy with other galaxies as vortexes. And these galaxies, the solar system, are traveling around other solar systems, and these solar systems are making up wholeness. It's the full circle of things, the circle of life. And that's what you are. And we come back from the wholeness to the solar systems, to the galaxies, to the earth, to you, dealing with your heart, its pulsation, because your body was just dealing with the reactions, and I mean not the reactions, but the expressions. And how you pretty much receive and give as far as your exhaling and inhaling, it manages a lot of your own breathing. But then we get into your heart, and its pulsation is blood, and down to like the charges in you, your vibe, your vibration. Your vibration is caused by that pulsation, and it goes back to the solar systems and wholeness and all that. But we getting deeper. You gotta understand the depths of you, because you are a part of the depths. So you have charges, and they go from negative to positive, and they both serve different purposes for you. And some of these are like lower dimensional entities too. They're like almost like ghosts, two-dimensional beings. They can only play out one role here. So they're like charges. You know what I'm saying? You either play that shit out or you repel it. It's very easy too, just depending on your psychic and intuitiveness. But you know what I'm saying, that's for you to practice, so meditate. So shit, cause it's keep dealing with that, and that's and if we keep on getting deeper and deeper, we're eventually gonna find nothingness, and nothingness goes back to the highest, because the O represents wholeness. It's everything, and you are the O. Oh shit. So expansion and contractions. You know what I'm saying? So it's something I've been pondering on. I just wanted to share that. Y'all want to like build on that? That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, we need more folks out there to be. I mean, I ain't gonna say we need, because I mean this shit is just. I know what this shit is, but for the before the different fragments of the Most High, the different souls out there, the different people playing out different spirits out there, for a spiritual revolution to occur. You know what I'm saying? The message has to be heard, talked about, and not in like the same regurgitated shit that we all already know, but things that give people a new way of seeing things. That give people a way of connecting and painting a picture of the things that are already in their mind. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't got the words for this. A lot of people ain't got the visions for this. A lot of people ain't got the feeling for this. So if we increase the vibe, whether it be like a high frequency shit or whatever, then we're gonna increase the pulsation and the energy of other motherfuckers too. Those who are hip to this shit, but I mean it is what it is. So we I mean, at least me, I live this shit, I breathe this shit, I deal with this shit, and it takes you to places. You ask for wisdom, you're gonna receive some shit that's gonna really teach your ass something. It's like your mama used to. Your mama said, "Mama, I'm gonna teach you a lesson," and that was with fear. You know, some people had their father. They be like, "Your daddy gonna teach you a lesson." That's hardship. So if you want, so for people who be like, "Man,